The last page of the China tariffs shows the following unusual entry, quote, paintings, drawings, and pastels executed entirely by hand, whether or not framed, sculptures, and antiques of any age exceeding 100 years. In other words, Chinese art and antiques would be subject to a tariff. And it doesn't matter what other country you bought it from. If you buy a Chinese vase from a London antiques dealer, that vase will be subject to a 25% tariff because hundreds of years ago, it was made in China. Now, the U.S. imported about $300 million worth of Chinese art last year. Antiquities and ancient art is most of that, but demand for modern works by living artists is also soared in recent years, galleries saying tariffs would choke off sales and supply.
Absurd. Now, of course, I'm the guy that gets affected, so I know I'm a totally biased person, but it takes very little analysis to see, how absurd and self-destructive a blunt instrument like tariffs are. This is an appreciating asset, so it would be like putting a tariff on stocks.
Now, Sotheby's and Christie's and the organizers of Asia Week in New York, which is this week, recently sent a letter to the U.S. Trade Rep saying that the vast majority of Chinese artwork imported into the U.S. comes from other countries and that putting tariffs on art from China, quote, would not result in increased demand for American-made art. Needless to say, the art sales in New York this week of China has been strong because people want to get in before the tariffs come into effect. So it's actually been good for them this week. Later on, we'll see.